What's up, Peep Squad? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What is happening? What is popping with y'all? Let's get down to the situation. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my peoples, we is in the building. Let's get down to the situation. OMG. You guys already know there is so much drama going on out here on the YouTube streets. I want to say in the LBC. Lord have mercy. Like crazy. What's up, Queen Paradise? What's up, Osborne? What's going on? Thank you so much. I appreciate that, LA. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? So you guys heard the news with Tasha K and Cardi B. Like, OMG. It's like Tasha K didn't even have a fighting chance in this situation. Like, the court case, everything. It just came out like, It's like Tasha K, her lawyers are very disappointing. OMG. Like, how did this happen, Tasha? You're the queen of the blogs out here. You be running these YouTube streets. Cardi B came in and basically changed the whole dynamics, for Tasha K when you get down to the situation, because Tasha K was out here, did 47, 87, 37, 49, 52 videos about, Cardi B, baby. Tasha K was ragging up and down on Cardi B. We know it, we seen it, we saw it, we watched it, we did everything, baby. And so in any event, we seen all that go on, and Tasha K and Cardi B was going back and forth, and it was like Tasha K was the only person that kind of stood up to, Cardi B, because a lot of people was calling Cardi B out, for, the way that she talks to melanin women or black women or things of that nature. Cardi B said some things about a pregnant woman. She said some things about a black boy. She played Martin Luther King Jr.'s Coretta Scott King's wife, I believe, in like a skit. And then 1 minute she's this race, 1 minute she's that race, 1 minute she's claiming this, 1 minute she's saying good hair, 1 minute she's saying bad hair, 1 minute she's saying I hope my daughter hair don't come out like this. So there was a lot of people at that time. Cardi B had a lot of time on her hand, and let's not forget that when it comes to Cardi B, she was recently, beefing with another blogger. I think her name is Black T Blog, and I guess Black T Blog or whatever her name is. I don't know. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything like that. She was talking about Cardi B because she has an issue with Cardi B or whatever the case may be. Cardi B ended up finding out her information, a court case and things of that nature, which the court case was dropped and the charges was dropped, had to deal with children and things of that nature. And Cardi B posted it on her Twitter. Black T Blog was like, I'm going to sue, but she never did. So there was a whole lot going on. You know what I mean? So that's why you still have a lot of people that are still rocking with Tasha K in this situation. But in any event, when it comes down to the court of law, when it comes down to this federal court, when it comes down to defamation with malice, Tasha K has lost, and now she has to pay the piper. Now she got to pay the girl that she talked about, the girl that she dissed, the girl that she made up things on. Like, Lord have mercy. Everybody be like, oh, there's going to be a president sent. Something's going to be said. You blog is this, you blog is that. Nah, Tasha K went all the way in. Tasha K went deaf mute on, Cardi B. Tasha K went ham. Tasha K wasn't playing. Tasha K was saying all types of stuff. And if you guys think that Tasha K is going to stop, if you think Tasha K lost any subscribers or followers, you got to be mistaken, because, she still got 1 million over there. People still going to come. And now you have every blog that you probably go to on the internet is reporting that Tasha K lost. And some people be like, oh, let me check her out. Let me see what she's about. And they might, Tasha K might catch their attention. But in any event, when it comes to Cardi B, she got her victory. She got her money, baby. Cardi B, it ain't even about the money, because, Cardi B got money. The money that Tasha K allegedly, is about to be awarded. Cardi B won more than $1.25 million in a lawsuit against Tasha K, who made false and malice claims about the rapper. Lord have mercy. You already know Tasha K OD'd on Cardi B. It helped build her channel. It helped everything for her. So you think it's gonna stop it? No. All Tasha got to do is detail the case, detail everything that's going on. And matter of fact, Tasha K already made a post basically saying, you know what? Me and my husband and my attorneys, we fought as hard as we could, but now it's time to get back to business. And she said she will see us in a few days. So that means that, you know, she's probably wounded right now. She's probably wounded, probably got a little bit of egg on her face. But at the same time, Tasha K is a blogger. She wants the view. She don't care if it's negative or positive. So therefore, everybody going live, everybody been talking about Tasha K and Cardi B for a whole week and change straight, all day, all night. You type in Tasha K name, and it's gonna be almost 100,000 videos just off of Tasha K and Cardi B and this lawsuit and this defamation case that Tasha K got going on. So this does good for Tasha K. This is good for her, but she got to pay that $1.5 million. And then on top of that, on Tuesday, she has to return back to court. So when Tasha K returns back to court on Tuesday, proceedings will begin on Tuesday to decide whether Tasha K could wind up paying more in punitive damages or whether she should be ordered to pay Cardi B legal expenses. So right now, yeah, Tasha K is going to be paying out her pocket, but what she gained off of Cardi B is probably way more than the money that she's gonna be putting out of her pocket. Listen, I don't got $1.25 million. I ain't got $100,000 to pay nobody, baby. Are you kidding me? So in any event, we're gonna see Tasha K up and down these YouTube streets. And also, if Tasha K has her own app, and if she goes berserk like, yo, listen, I'm gonna tell you the intimate details. I'm gonna tell you how Cardi B smelled and how she looked on her app, on her own website, she gonna garner more because people are interested. Everybody's interested in this situation because you can see on YouTube, you know what I mean? Just a few minutes ago, every mother sucker was live talking about this, baby. There's been people diligently reporting on Tasha K's situation as, what's his name? Choke No Joke has been showing up to court, been in court, got videotapes of Tasha K and everything. So this is going to be crazy. This is going to be, you guys let me know what you're going to think about this situation. The phone lines are open if you guys want to, call in and tell me what you think. You can jump on the StreamYard and tell me your thoughts about the situation because it's going down, baby. It's going down, and it only depends on Tasha, how Tasha handles the situation. If Tasha lets this situation get her and she feels defeated and she feels embarrassed, she feels weak, you know what I mean? That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a situation because that's going to work with her mental of how she delivers the news and how she's out here talking. Because right now, Cardi B got just about everybody on YouTube that is covering the case, talking about the case on her side. Cardi B done flipped YouTube against Tasha K. If you ask me, she done flipped everybody, but you think Tasha K cares? Nah, Tasha K is about that money. A dollar bill, yo. So it all depends on how she handle it. And if Tasha K, if you need some help, you better go see your therapist. But in any event, there's so many comments. Oh, you bloggers are gonna get it. You bloggers gonna get it. See, you guys gonna have to change. No, we ain't do nothing like Tasha K. We don't even come close to what Tasha K did to Cardi B. I don't make up no lies. We don't be out here some people do. We don't be out here making no lies about, personal and private situations and then do 35, 46, 48, 87 videos about the situation. And then on top of that, record ourselves. We got Tasha K out here talking about, with Lovely T and that conversation. Because you guys remember when Lovely T and Tasha K, it went down between them two because of the Star Marie interview. Lovely T was like, okay, this is foul. This is fugazi. This girl's lying. And then Lovely T did all the research and she had an hour-long video. And And then she took it down and she put it on her website. Then Tasha K came through with her video because, they found out that things wasn't too good. And then when Lovely T came out to debunk what Tasha K said about Cardi B and the Star Marie situation, that's when they fell out. And then there was a recording, and the recording was played on YouTube. I can't remember if Tasha played the recording, but the recording was played on YouTube, and therefore it was a conversation between Lovely T and Tasha K. And I believe the recording was supposed to prove that Lovely T's a liar, Lovely T is shady, and Lovely T this and that, blase and the third. But in any event, Lovely T ain't being sued. And at that time, Lovely T was not cool with Cardi B at that time. But in any event, so they used that recording between Tasha when Tasha and Lovely T was having a conversation and basically saying, what do you think about Star Marie? Is she credible? Maybe she got mental issues. And then, Tasha reporting that the girl, to do the interview with Star Marie, to do the interview with Tasha K, she had to basically break the law to get to Tasha K because she didn't supposed to travel outside of the state because she had like a warrant or something on her situation. And then that situation just went crazy. So now you got the court playing that recording where Tasha K is saying, okay, this girl's not mentally stable, this girl got issues, she got a criminal record. And there's so many people that do have criminal records, but when you bring a person with a criminal record into the background of a civil case, of a federal civil case, they're like, okay, you should know that this person is not credible. You got Tasha K talking about, well, some of her news is real and some of her news is fake. Is that going to change people's perception of whether they're going to go view Tasha K or they're just going to watch it for entertainment? I think I went live Sunday, right? So I went live Sunday and I was at the grocery store and I was telling you guys about your family members. If your family members are elderly, got a little bit of dementia, or they're hard of hearing, hard of speaking, assist them in the grocery store. That's what I said Sunday. But as I was in the grocery store, the National Enquirer and all these magazines was up with all these false stories, but ain't nobody sued them. Cardi B had no other choice, because if Cardi B didn't sue, Tasha K, this situation will still be going on. So there was so much mountains and mountains of proof against Tasha K that I just think Tasha K was like, F it, I don't give a damn. It don't matter. Okay, we're gonna see who this is. Okay. I bless. Hey, what's up? Who's this? Who's calling? Okay, hey Carla, how you doing? What's going on?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Let me see if I can turn this up. Okay. All right. So I was in the middle of my rant, but go ahead, Carla. I remember you from New York. You got to turn me down in the background, sweetheart. You got to turn me down because there is a loud echo. Okay, you gotta turn me down in the background. Whatever you got going on in the background I can hear it back. You okay? Go ahead, Carla. What's your thoughts? There you go. What's your thoughts?
Turn it all the way down.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you nice and clear.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you nice and clearly.
Okay, wonderful. Oh, I am so happy for Cardi B. I am really happy. It's wrong what Tasha did. I mean, she's just, oh my God, she does a lot of disgusting things. And it's just unfortunate at a woman her age. She's a married woman. You have children. Like, put yourself in Cardi B's position. How do you think she would feel about this? I mean, this poor woman has to see this on the internet. The whole world has to see this on the internet. You're accusing her of having an STD. Come on. To the point where she has to take you to court and then she has to submit her medical record.
I know. And Cardi B, for the record, does not have any STI or STD.
Yeah, no, I'm saying she accused her of having an STD.
Oh no, I was just telling the audience. I was just telling everybody that, she has been vindicated. She does not have anything.
Yes. But it's just the point that she accused her of having that. And you don't even know this woman's health status. You understand what I mean? That's wrong on all levels. I mean, she does some nasty stuff. Got this woman claiming that she was Cardi B's roommate, and Cardi B doesn't even know the woman very well. And the woman has mental issues. And you know she does, but yet you still have this woman on your show. Just like she did now, she's targeting NeNe Leakes, have her ex-lover on the show interviewing her. Like, come on, how far do you have to take this stuff?
Very far, let me tell you.
Why?
Because it's the clicks and the views and the notoriety that you do get. And on top of that, people come to you, and also having your name attached to Cardi B name. When you think about Cardi B right now, you think about Tasha K. When you think about Tasha K, you think about Cardi B, and Cardi B is an A-lister. So being attached to that is really a big situation.
Yeah, but now you're gonna have to pay, right?
She's gonna make that. She's gonna make that money back.
You have to pay?
She's gonna make that money back. Only way Tasha K, okay. only way she doesn't make the.
Well, then I guess it's gonna be another lawsuit, right? If she continues on that
route, she ain't gonna do
be another lawsuit.
She's gonna be very wise this time. But Tasha K can make the money back. Oh, you know what I mean? She can make the money back, and she's going to make the money back because, you know, she probably already made $1 million off of YouTube already. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, endorsements.
And look what she said about Barbie Lights.
Yeah, don't mention it, but yeah, I know.
I mean, come on.
But only way she doesn't make it, and only way she doesn't make money if people don't tune in. Do you think people are not going to tune in to her?
I don't know. I just think her channel needs to just be deleted, period. Because she's just putting too many, you know, false information out there, and it hurts people.
Yeah, but the other thing is,
don't care?
The other thing is yo, like they were saying in the court trial that the people that did interviews with Tasha K, there was supposed to be a credible source, and the situation with Star Marie, the other dancer, were lying too. So it's just like, what do you do? What do you believe? So I guess you have to take Tasha K with a grain of salt. But I'm just gonna be straight up with y'all. I would be hurt. You know, I would be hurt if the stories that Tasha K said about Tasha K said about Cardi B, and she said that about me, I would be hurt. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, how do you defend yourself? Luckily that, you know, Cardi B got time, and she had time, and she defended herself, you know, and she took her to court. Like, a lot of people believe that. A lot of people still say, oh, so she don't got it. If you go to the Shade Room, when they posted the story that Cardi B, you know, won this lawsuit, and so people are saying, oh, so she don't got it. People still believe that she does have it. Like, Lord have mercy.
It's gonna be out there no matter what. It's still out there. You know what I mean? And like you just said, some people still believe that she has it. even you know, getting her medical records out there, people still think that she has it. And a person like that should still have a channel? Really?
I say,
so
there's no way.
So she can say anything false about you, Mary. That's okay?
And nothing I can do about it but try to sue her. And no, it's not okay. Hell no, it's not. Hell no, it's not okay. I don't got the money.
The next person who's going to try to sue her is going to be Barbie Lights or NeNe Leakes. For some reason, she's targeting those two.
I ain't got the money to sue her, but in any event, if Tasha K has the same lawyers that she has now, then I can win, because I can defend myself and represent my court and represent myself better than her lawyers.
You don't even need a lawyer.
I don't need no lawyer. I don't even need a public defender. You know, if Tasha K keeps the same lawyers, I'm gonna win that case. I'm gonna win it.
And I heard, and she was online yesterday, right? Last night I heard she was online, right?
She was. I heard.
Tasha K was on with somebody named, I forgot what the person, another female, and they was joking, carrying on. She's saying, oh, I have bumps on my face, on my lips. I mean, come on.
I told you, she don't care. She don't care. I told you she don't care. If she can file for bankruptcy, that's one thing. And then on top of that, she's probably going to be a lot wiser this time around. And everything that is associated with her and social media is going to be in somebody else's name. And everything is going to be so separated from her. So if you sue Tasha K, you're just getting zero. But, she's going to hide a lot of the different things. But in any event, she's going to do it differently. But Cardi B came through. Cardi B was like, yo, I'm tired of this. Cardi B was beefing with a lot of blogs, though. And then Tasha K was defending the other blogs, and then from there, it went all the way left. And then that girl, Star Marie, I remember that video with Star Marie was in the airport walking with her luggage. And she was like, Cardi B has this. She was like, she has so many. She has, and then
listen. Then she calls, was it Lovely T, and records her and doesn't even tell her she's being recorded.
But look how God don't like ugliness, and they use that recording in court against her.
Yeah, and she tried to throw this woman under the bus as well.
She showed did.
Lovely T is cool with Cardi B, from what I know, right?
No, she wasn't. She wasn't at first.
You tried to throw her under the bus.
She wasn't at first. After
you recorded her, right? But you recorded her, and you didn't even tell her she was being recorded.
Tasha said she recorded you. Like, how if you watch Tasha, you seen Tasha. Tasha's like, Tasha's just out there. Tasha went all the way in there. Only way Tasha would win this case if Johnny Cochran came down to help her. And then that's the only way. She needed Johnny Cochran.
She even threw her own husband under the bus, I heard, on the trial, during the trial.
Yes.
She threw her husband under the bus.
And he threw her under the bus too.
She doesn't even care.
And they're working together. So in any event, sometimes when people go to court, they usually use this in criminal court where they try to throw blame at this one, throw blame at that one. So therefore, the jury can't really make a clear count. A clear decision, so therefore they may have a mistrial, but this is a civil case, so that wasn't going to happen. But in any event, they both knew that they were going down. She threw her husband under the bus, basically saying that he didn't send her the emails of the cease and desist letters.
Now, are you friends with Tasha K? Are you cool with her?
I don't even know her. I just know her from YouTube.
You don't know her?
I just know, but let me finish my thought. So, in any event, when it comes to Tasha K basically was saying that her husband was supposed to be forwarding her all the emails and she didn't get the emails and this and that when it came to the cis and deceased letter. And then her husband said that he forwarded her all the emails. She said she didn't get the emails. Tasha K said her husband's in charge of her YouTube channel. He's the president. And then he says that he can't tell her what to do. But if you're the president and you're the owner, you can take down the video. So basically, they were just playing games, and their lawyers did not coach them well. Their lawyers did not help them. Their lawyers should know what the defense is going to be asking, the defendant is going to be asking, or the plaintiff is going to be asking, and train them and help them. But come to find out, Tasha K lawyers are not even civil, lawyers. They are criminal lawyers. So why would a criminal lawyer take this civil case? Just took her money and ran off with it. She ran off with the bag, baby.
Oh my God, because they couldn't afford the other lawyer? I know that was the
No, because you know what? People don't know how to search for a lawyer. Like, if I got injured, I'm going to look for an injured attorney. I'm not going to look for a criminal law attorney. You know what I mean? If there's medical malpractice, I'm going to find a medical malpractice lawyer. I'm not going to get an entertainment lawyer. Like, what?
Well, maybe that's what she needed to get, an entertainment lawyer. Her lawyer didn't do a damn thing. Forget it. It's like a waste of time.
And then the judge kept reprimanding Olga and her attorneys because they wanted, Cardi B's lawyers to actually go through the evidence of what they're going to use. Tasha could have probably had a fighting chance. But how are you going to say?
You think so?
Yes. How are you going to say? Hold on for 1 second. Let me merge both of these calls.
Call from.
Let me take that off.
Hello?
Hey, what's up? What's going on, Felicia Butler?
To send a voicemail, press 2.
I don't even. I accepted you. I don't know. I guess you hung up. Felicia, are you here?
I'm here.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh my God. She found guilty, but it's not gonna stop her. It's not gonna stop Tasha K bad. She's just gonna move trendy that not to you can't say certain things that's false allegations. You have to have facts first. And I hope that teach her lesson too.
Well, not facts. You don't really. Well, if you're saying something about someone's, body and what they do have, that's one thing. But if you're a journalist, you are protected by not revealing your sources. So everybody say, oh, you're supposed to tell who your sources are. You don't have to. You can use that up in the court of law. But the thing about it is they already knew her source was Star Marie, and Star Marie already been found guilty, and she didn't show up to court when Cardi B sued Star Marie Jones. So, she lost already. But with the fact situation, you just got to talk. You just got to speak it better. This is my thought. This is my opinion. This is what I believe. This is allegedly blah, blah, blah. And she didn't do that. Tasha K was on a warpath, and her audience loved each and every moment of it.
And 9 out of 10, she was boozed up anyway. That's why they call her little boozing.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. You went there. Lord have mercy, you went there. Are you still here from New York?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. So, what else is what are your thoughts on the whole situation, Felicia?
Like, I feel like that. Instead of she should have set her out of court. That's my opinion. Instead of taking two child, it wastes the people time, and should have found a right liar, because your liar didn't protect you very well.
Not at all. Because think about it, the lawyers wasn't crafty. Tasha K lawyers wasn't crafty enough or smooth enough when Cardi B took the stand and really cross-examined her and tried to bring in other things. They didn't have to bring in things that related to, Cardi B's other cases, but other things like videos that she posted online, things that she said, how she goes back and forth with other bloggers. This is something that she usually does, but at the end of the day, Tasha K got the upper hand. So it's like they didn't really cross-examine, Cardi B that well. Cardi B got on stand. She said, I didn't want to sleep with my husband, and I didn't even want to kiss my child, because when I kiss my child, people say to me, why are you kissing your child when you have such and such? And then she said that she wanted to depart from this earth. A lot of that was put on. You know what I mean? Cardi B went to court plenty of times. Cardi B really wanted to put hands on Tasha K, in my opinion and my thoughts. But Cardi B's rich now. Cardi B is wealthy right now, so therefore Cardi B had to do it the regular way and go to court. But if Tasha K would have offered her that one-on-one, they might have never been to court.
They probably jumped upon her sister. That's true. Because it's not gonna stop her viewers or watching, because they like that mess. But I'm gonna tell you something. Allegedly, besides the court stuff, other people gonna be watching her too.
All these blogs that are posting this and talking about it, you have major blogs that have been around for 40 years that are covering this and talking about it. If they never had no idea who Tasha K was, now they know who she is. She's attached. They know Tasha K. I was about to call her Bootsy. You so messed up.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so, but it's not all the way over, because she has to go to court on Tuesday. Tuesday, there are going to be some proceedings to decide whether Tasha K could wind up paying punitive damages, or whether she will be ordered to pay Cardi B's legal fees. She's already have to pay Cardi B $1.25 million. Lord have mercy.
That's a lot of money for me. Well, I'm telling like the old folks say, you made that bed, now you gotta lie in it. That's it.
The jury. The jury found that the YouTuber defamed Cardi B and awarded her more than $1 million in damages. The verdict came down after a 2-week trial featuring testimony from Cardi B and Tasha K. She was found liable for defamation and 2 other forms of wrongdoing related to the YouTube video and internet posts. It's not only just YouTube. She was posting about her everywhere, Twitter, Instagram, the whole 9 yards. Tasha K was going in. Tasha K was like, I'm going to make my money. Tasha K got 1 million viewers talking about gossip. You think she got it by being nice and being polite and telling the truth? Hell no. She got it by doing what she had to do to get you engaged. People like mess. People like drama. People like, oh, you got this. Ooh, wee.
No, I don't believe that. There's another YouTuber that has 1 million subscribers, and she doesn't do any of that.
Does she talk about gossip?
Doesn't do any of that.
She talk about gossip?
She doesn't. No, she doesn't talk about gossip.
I'm saying when you in the gossip realm, you gotta step it up a notch for people to stay tuned.
She's talking about everyday life, and this is a young girl. She's like 30 years old, and she just hit 1 million subscribers. And she didn't do any of that.
But when you're talking about gossip, there's so much to compete with when it comes to gossip, because not only with YouTube, you have Instagram, you have Snapchat, you have TikTok. Okay. So when you're talking about gossip, almost 1 million people is talking about the same thing that you're talking about. So in order for you to stand out, what do you got to do?
Oh, do you have to go that low?
I wouldn't go that low, but some people like my moral compass wouldn't let me do that. And plus, especially if I didn't know if it's true, if I believed it. The thing about it is, Tasha said that she didn't believe it, and she knew Star Marie was lying, and she knew that other people were lying about the situation, but she still went with it. So that's malice intent, and she kept going, and that's wrong. That's messed up. But at the same time, nobody was able to challenge Cardi B, because Cardi B was out here challenging, pulling up on your social media, pulling up and exposing you. And Tasha K said, oh, you want to play them games? And she jumped right in the arena, and she took it all the way there. She wasn't going to lose, but she lost now. She lost in court, baby. She lost.
She sure did. Oh my goodness.
I didn't think she was gonna win. She admitted it. And then Star Marie having recording, and then on top of that, basically deflecting from questions that was being asked, because she perjured herself, basically saying that, oh yeah, Star Marie's credible. Then in the next breath, Star Marie's not credible. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, did you do your research to find out what type of any STD that she did have? Did you hear from this person? Did you get any medical records? Oh no, I seen a picture. And Cardi B was like, she said, well, Cardi B got on Instagram and said that she had it, and she spoke English and Spanish at the same time. And so it come to find out, Cardi B never said that this was a cold sore. Cardi B said, Dimelo, something in Spanish, but like, I've been having this scar on my lip since I was a kid, and now they're saying this about me. And so it was and then they asked Tasha K, did you try to translate everything to find out what Cardi B actually said? And no, she ran with it, and then she heard the N-word and she ran with that. But she didn't, Cardi, when it comes to Tasha K, she has a team working. And maybe they was all in it. Like, she didn't care. She had a goal. Her goal was try to bring this woman down, get the views, get the clicks, and also expose anything that she can expose about this woman. And she didn't like this woman because of numerous reasons that she didn't like Cardi B, but also to gain so much from Cardi B. Like, she gained so much from NeNe Leakes. She gained so much from R. Kelly. She gained so much from Wendy Williams and her husband, Kevin Hunter. Remember the guy that got on her show and said, I used to be in a relationship with Kevin Hunter? Yes. Remember that?
Yes. I remember that. I do remember that. But do you think Bobby Lights have a case?
Bobby Lights ain't got time to sue her. Cardi B got money. So? Yeah, he don't got that type of time or money. Cardi B paid probably $150 to $250 and lawyer fees. You know what I mean? Up front, she probably paid that money because she had a vengeance. She wanted to get Tasha. If I had the money, I would do the same thing that she did, because it's alleged that, you know, Cardi B tried to ask Tasha K to take down the video, and Tasha K said, the only way I'm going to take down the video if you pay me.
And that's extortion, honey.
And that's why they found malice intent.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Do you think NeNe Leakes has a case?
NeNe Leakes ain't got time either. Like, they don't have time for this. This is why. What about when Tasha K talked about Will Smith? All the stuff about Will Smith. I still can't get the Will Smith stuff she said about him. You know, he got money, but he just don't got the time to do it. A lot of these celebrities just let you fly with the situation. But in the Cardi B case, she wouldn't stop. You know what I mean? She stopped with Will Smith and his marriage and his sexuality. She stopped, you know? But she was after her. And the punitive damages, we don't know how much they're going to be. The punitive damages could be a whole lot more. You know, it could be millions of dollars. But if Tasha K still got her YouTube, which I don't think Cardi B wants to take her YouTube because that's how she's going to get paid. But if Cardi B wants to be very malice towards the situation, she can really try to campaign to take, you know, Tasha K's YouTube, but then how would she get paid? And I don't know if she can take that because maybe Tasha K YouTube is in a different name, it's under a company. So when she say this person, so we shall see what's going to happen with this. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Usually the celebrities never win when they go after, you know, bloggers or when they go after publications or blog sites or newspapers. They usually never win. But in this case, the evidence was too clear.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a first time for everything. That's why she needs to move. That's why she needs to learn from that lesson. Why she talking loud and talking like a loud drunk.
All right, you guys keep talking. I'm gonna run downstairs for a second.
Oh my God, this is terrible. But I mean, she just says whatever she wants with her mouth. She doesn't care. And for her to say the same thing about Bobby Lights, I mean, come on. What proof do you have that he has something? You know what I mean?
She ain't got no proof. You can't talk about it because it's against the HIPAA laws to disclose people's information.
Exactly. Especially when you don't even know the truth. You don't even know. So what are you doing? And then she gets NeNe Leakes, some guy saying that he was involved with NeNe Leakes. Do we know if that to be true? That probably is not true. Did you see that interview?
I didn't see that interview. I don't too much watch her. Like, I watch her endorses.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I watch her. So it's just disgusting, the things that she says about people. And the thing about it is that she has a family. You know, she has a husband. She has children. Like, put yourself in those people's shoe. How would you like that?
Just like they always say, what goes around comes around.
Yeah, and now you're going to have to pay for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're going to have to pay for it. And it's a lot of millions. A lot of millions.
It's not over yet. It's not over yet.
I wish her the best, because this is ridiculous. You know?
It's really.
I wish her the best.
It's a bad situation, but
it is.
Cardi B came victorious in the situation. But does that mean that Tasha's gonna stop talking about her?
No,
I don't know.
She makes it like that.
I don't know.
She said no.
I mean, I would stop. I would stop because I don't want to get sued again, and you know, I don't want to go through that hell. So I would definitely stop using her name.
Not gonna stop.
If you said she was on live last night laughing about it, so she's not gonna stop.
Yeah. I saw a little bit of it. Her and some other woman named Chelsea or something like that. Yeah, they were making jokes and stuff like that. Yeah, and it's crazy. It really is. Well, good luck to her.
What else?
I hope she has.
What else? What else is? What else is she gonna say? She's not gonna say I'm sorry.
Nope.
Well, no, because then she needs to apologize to a lot of people. She's not gonna do it. I mean, the other person. I think the other person she needs to apologize to is Bobby Lice, because she said some nasty things about him.
What about Wendy Williams?
Yes, Wendy Williams too, and her husband.
But they never took the time to sue.
They never what?
I said they never took the time to sue, but she jumped off of him and jumped back on them. But I just guess it was just Cardi B. This is probably for her own insanity, was coming after Tasha K to try to stop her and also to hit her where it hurt, that because she knows she doesn't have money like Cardi B has. And basically, if I can't put my hands on you, I'm going to hurt your pockets.
Well, she did it the right way.
Well, I know she went to Walmart. I know she went to Walmart and Sam's tonight and got a case.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know.
It's messy like this. She gonna
too messy.
People who doubt her to I got the MF&T and all this and just now people finna start watching you. Like real people, real lives. You just gotta be contiguous. Then your husband just threw you on your bus. I thought your husband was supposed to support you 100%, but he don't threw you under the bus.
I know. But did you hear this, Mary? I heard that when they announced the verdict, she started to cry. Did you hear that?
I didn't hear that yet.
Yeah, I heard. Was it Chuck? Was it Chuck No Joke or something like that?
Oh, Chuck No Joke.
Yeah, I heard he said that she was crying. That Tasha K was crying.
Oh, I didn't see him yet. So I would cry too. $1.2 million. She can make that money back, but she's gonna have to like constantly do stuff to go over the top to get it. And then also you got to think about whether people are going to be like, how do I know this is even real? Like, and then also people that uses her content, when she interviews people, it's just like, now you have to be like, yo, is this real? Is this true? Is this a lie? Is this person sitting here interviewing lying right now? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and then everybody she interviews a lie.
And that's the problem. But at the same time, there's some things that she have put out that we know is true, and we have seen it, come to fruition.
Like
Kevin Hunter having the baby, Kevin Hunter, leaving her and being with Serena Hudson, and having and when Kevin Hunter fiance or girlfriend delivered the baby's name Journey, that right there was truthful. And
was the boyfriend truthful?
Of Wendy? Which one?
No, Kevin Hart's boyfriend.
That part
was having an affair.
Well, she actually said that he lied. She actually said that man lied. And remember, he came on and he said, no, she never said anybody lied. Well, she did say that she has some truth and she has some fake, but also Tasha K did herself a discredit by, talking about Star Marie, uploading the recording, and then telling, people on her channel that, hey, I'm taking this, cis and deceased, I'm going to wipe my butt with it. Like, you can only say stuff like that if you have Johnny Cochran, or you have a competent lawyer, or you have a lawyer that specializes in civil cases and not criminal law. Okay?
If that lawyer she should have got Phaedra Parks to represent her.
That is funny. Phaedra Parks.
Phaedra kind of got out because Phaedra liars. The what a lawyer is, a liar.
Exactly. And Phaedra will be able to work out something with her and just take the money in the parking lot, cash money from the parking lot, like she did from the beginning of the year. You know, the first episode of Atlanta.
Yep.
Remember when the guy paid her in cash in the parking lot? In the parking lot. Oh my God, I can't.
It's really important because you see this situation. Tasha K has 1 million subscribers, 1 million followers. Not, there's sometimes when Tasha K do go live and she talks about things and she just gives her honest opinion on it. And then sometimes she doesn't have an exclusive, you know what I mean? So her being entertaining, her captivating her audience and captivating people as well to keep them there. You know what I mean? That's one good thing. But then at the same time, you haven't counterpoded that way to the top. Your stories going viral. They're going to the Shade Room. They're going to TMZ. They're going to Page 6. They're going to the Sun. They're going to the Daily Mail. And these people are following behind. Tasha K will put the information out, and them blog sites will follow what Tasha K said. I think that they do some research on it beforehand or whatever. But with her being that big, having these big people come to look at her and check out what she has did a lot of right. She's did a lot of right. She's did a lot of good, because even y'all done seen some of her videos, you know what I mean? So it's just like, she should have had better representation. And this is so bad for our people, where we have people representing us that they even took 150 from Tasha K and didn't do nothing for her. The best time in court for Tasha K, when she was being cross-examined by Sarah, and Tasha K basically, defeated that situation. She did good. She was better off coming in that court and just being herself like she is on YouTube. You know what I mean? Because you paying these people, and look at the disservice that they do. Like, Tasha K was dead in the water from the beginning. Like, her attorneys didn't have all the information together. They didn't have all the evidence together. They had Tasha K testify, her husband testify, when their testimonies conflict. Then you had Tasha K's lawyers say, oh, we're going to prove that Tasha K did not make this statement towards Cardi B. And then Tasha K get on stand and say, yes, I did say it. You know what I mean? So her lawyers were definitely failing her. But then you think about her being failed like this. What about the people that don't even pay for a lawyer, got a public defender? Why a lot of black people are in jail, and with representation. This woman had a little bit of money, and look, she couldn't even get good representation. What a shame, shame, shame. If anything, Tasha K should start talking about the criminal justice system.
In my opinion,
and these lawyers,
that lawyer wasn't a good fit for you. You should have fired that lawyer and hire another lawyer.
It was too late in the game, because she already had this lawyer for almost 3 years and change. And so it's a money factor. So every time the lawyer talks to you, every time you have to bring things to the lawyer, I bet the lawyer lied and was like, oh, I'm watching your videos and blase in the third and all this other stuff. And they didn't even know what Tasha said or what Tasha did or what Cardi B did. They didn't even, when they cross-examined Cardi B, they didn't even try to trick her into saying, I never get into arguments with other bloggers or have problems with bloggers. Because if they could have tricked her in saying something like that, asking her a question where she would say, oh, if Cardi B would say, I never had the situation happen to me, I don't get into conflicts with bloggers or websites or things of that nature, then they could have opened the floodgate, of things that Cardi B did in the past. Her lawyers didn't do that. It's a shame.
Oh, well, I'm just like this, being a lawyer and you being a defendant. You just can't lie to your lawyer, because your lawyer got to help you. And then you bring her the evidence, and then her lawyer, and you can't bring enough evidence, your lawyer can't help you lie. Yeah. Yep, that's true.
I mean, her lawyers were very disappointing. Like, my goodness, we could have found somebody on the street to represent us better than her lawyers. Her lawyers didn't do anything for her. I mean, nothing for her. Tasha K, you should have went in there by yourself. You shouldn't have paid a dime. You should have said, well, I'm guilty, and see what happens. You know what I mean? If you was going to have...
She should have dig up Rob Kardashian and Johnny Carter to represent her.
Oh gosh. Wow.
And Cardi B is no saint. Cardi B is no angel or anything. Like, she should have been able to at least show the bad parts of Cardi B. Nothing bad came out about Cardi B. And we all know in our head right now, if we think we can mention some bad things that Cardi B did, on social media, and none of that was brought out. Everything that Tasha did was brought out. Tasha was made to look like the villain, which she is the villain, but she could have been represented as a sweet villain, as a villain that's struggling. And then on top of that, it should be some type of, there should be some type of test when you get a lawyer, because now we find out that Tasha K failed the 9th grade 3 times. So if she yes, that came out in trial.
Are you serious? 3 times?
Yep, she failed 9th grade 3 times.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Jesus. That means that you wasn't smart. Your husband should have done half you research. If you ain't that particular about a lawyer, if I almost picked the first thing, smoking. Like, I'm trying to read your facts and your views about a lawyer to get to know the lawyer. In case if I got hurt at work, you think I'm finna hire a criminal lawyer?
Nope.
Not at all. I'm a workers' compensation lawyer.
And then on top of that, to have people around you and to have people working for you, you got to have some people with some brains and some knowledge, in which they do, but also in the legal realm too, to help represent you and help you with that. Because when you do pick a lawyer, you just don't pick any lawyer. You want to find out, okay, I'm going to this particular courthouse, this is where this is found, this is where the case is filed at. So, okay, who are the judges? Who are the judges that preside in this particular location? You find out who the judges are, and then you pick your lawyers according to what school the lawyers went to and what school the judge went to. Because what you want to do, because most of the time judges are kind of favorable to people they went to school with, legal school, law school with.
Well, I guess she didn't know that.
Yeah, best her get a public defender.
And save some money, and she could have saved that money, and she could have paid Tasha K, because you need to have a lawyer that is connected. You just can't pick any lawyer. Your lawyer has to be connected to the system, to what school did he go to? What school did he graduate from? Who are the people in his class? Oh, the judge and the lawyer went to the same school. They was in the same class. It's public information, like you're supposed to do that, especially when you have $1 million case online, and then you are $1 million, YouTuber out here making that money. There's no way that Cardi B should have been able to take anything from you, Tasha K. The way that you talk, the way that you are so confident, the way you be out here screaming and yelling, there's no way you should have got played in this situation. In any event, you should have been on YouTube saying, listen, my lawyers ain't ish. I need money for an attorney. Please donate. I know Tasha K says she don't ask for money, but girl, you should have been out here asking for money so you can fire them lawyers and get you somebody that will represent you. At least cross-examine, Cardi B, and bring up a lot of different things. Oh, this is the first time you've been sued? And she goes, no. Oh, what are the other reasons? There's other things that Cardi B's facing a lawsuit right now with a guy that's saying that Cardi B used his picture and she didn't supposed to use his picture, and the way that she used the picture was very, out there. So, there's a lot of different things. And then on top of that, why not bring Black T-Blog in the situation when Cardi B posted her whole court case or her background or all her information, which is public information? But what did it do to this young lady having a superstar do this? So this is something that Cardi B does. She gets into arguments with bloggers. They didn't point out nothing bad about Cardi B. Her attorneys did not do anything. They made Cardi B look like an angel. I know this was the easiest court case Cardi B ever had to be in. Easy.
Oh boy.
Easy.
Oh, well.
Like, how? Come on. Listen, I would be so mad. And then Tasha K, she wrote a review on her attorney Olga's, website, basically saying she's the worst lawyer. Her lawyer told her to countersue, and then I got thrown out. And then the judge said, like, even the judge said, like, this doesn't make any sense, this countersuit. And the judge also said to Tasha K's lawyers that I'm going to find out if I can report you guys, because the way that you guys are handling this case is just ridiculous. He's ashamed that they were in his court, the way that they were performing and talking, how they were trying to deliver evidence. They wanted to use evidence against Cardi B, but they didn't go through the evidence they can use. They wanted Cardi B's lawyers to look through the evidence and say what they can't use. I would have used everything I could possibly use. You know what I mean? Hopefully, I don't know if Tasha K can, basically try to redo this case, but it's going to cost her money if she wants to basically say that she had an incompetent attorneys, that the verdict and blase and the third, but at the same time, she said a lot of things too.
But I'm just like this. I'm like this. You should have present yourself better in the courtroom for to be kind of true. Then I heard the judge want to threaten this boy, her lawyer, allegedly, for how they represent their case. And that's a crime shame that you don't know how to lie. That's good. Even the judge see that you don't know how to lie.
Well, we don't need a lot. You don't need to hire a lawyer that don't know how to lie.
I know.
That's what they do, right?
That's their job.
That's their job. Exactly.
The judge see that you don't know how to lie.
Even the judge, right?
The judge was appalled.
Huh? Yeah,
The judge. The judge was appalled. The judge reprimanded her lawyers twice. I would be, you know what? I would just start crying in court on the floor. I would be like, no, not me. They would have been like, you know what? Let's take a break. I'd be trying to get them Jews like, no, I didn't know. I failed the 9th grade 3 times. I would have been like, yo, listen, I got disabilities, I got issues, I didn't know. I was just seeing red. I just thought that this was the thing to do. I don't know. I'm sorry. But she didn't even come off like that. You know what I mean? Because people were watching and people are reporting everything that's going on with the case. So she still wanted to have that ego. She still wanted to have that bravado. But at the end of the day, it didn't serve her well. But only time will tell if, her basically standing strong and everything else will work out. We'll see. We'll see where Tasha K goes from here.
Well, I wish her all the luck in the world, and I hope and pray that she changes her ways for the better.
Yeah, you're going to try that boost her ego right on up.
Not that money, because it's not over yet. The 1.25 million, that's one thing, but tomorrow they gotta go to court and find out what the punitive damage is going to be. And Cardi B, she was up there. She was up there crying. She was up there talking about her husband. She was up there talking about her kids. She was up there talking about all types of stuff. Her lawyers did not cross-examine and say, hey, listen, Cardi B said, I didn't even want to be intimate with my husband because of this. And then you should have brought up, well, there's a lot of rumors that he's been cheating. They should have been able to bring that up too as well. They didn't bring up anything.
But then, Mary, what does that got to do with this woman saying all these nasty things about me?
Because when you say that I didn't sleep with my husband because of what you said, and then you can counter say, is that totally true? Because wasn't he caught cheating? How many times did you break up with your husband? That should have been a question the attorney asked. How many times have you and your husband separated from each other? How many times did you say that you was going to file divorce from your husband? And therefore, it will give the jury in the mind like, oh, they always got problems. You know what I mean? Because you got 12, you have 8 or, 10 people or regular people that, oh, yeah, that could have been, because what you're trying to do is sway the jury, which is regular folks. And then on top of that, a lot of people like Choke No Joke that was reviewing, and he was up there at the courthouse. He was basically saying that when they post Tasha K's videos and things of that nature, her saying that the jury was just shocked. The people in the courtroom was grabbing their pearls, girl, and was like, I can't believe she said this stuff. And then another reason, she should have had a more advanced attorney and a civil case and an advanced attorney, that to understand the lingo and the language of how Black people talk and how we shade, how we talk shady, how we throw shots. You know what I mean? That it's not that serious. It's just for entertainment. She didn't even have her lawyers represent that to say that, because they're thinking that, oh, this girl is vicious. But I talk crap, I talk mess, I throw shade, and I don't hate anybody I talk about. I don't hate anybody. There's nobody in this world I do hate. You know what I mean? But it's just the way that we talk, and sometimes we throw shade, and that wasn't brought across to the jury to understand that, oh no, it's not that she's being so hateful. This is just how they talk out here in these streets, you know? She had none of that, y'all. None of, like, girl.
Well, then she should have hired you. You would have done a better job as her lawyer.
Oh yes, we would have been bringing in, you know, they should have brought in things about Cardi B. Cardi B, didn't you and your sister say something about Donald Trump? And then that would have probably changed the judge mind towards Cardi B too as well. They should have tried to bring in some of the things that she put out there on social media to show her character. Only thing they did was show Tasha K's character and how bad she is, and these stories, you know, she did this for money. And then on top of that, they showed that Tasha K made so much money. She added Cardi B. Yeah, she added Cardi B because she's beefing. That's a part of the internet language and what people do when they talk smack about you. Even regular people that don't blog, they will add you on Twitter, add you on Instagram, and they made it like, oh, you added, you know, Cardi B so you can get her followers and everybody else to see everything that you're doing, so you can get her people to come to your channel and you profit and you benefit off of this. And so they didn't explain any of that, like, okay, this is a part of the process. Maybe she did that too, but also in theory, people online add people when they're talking about them. You know, they just made her just look like OMG. Like she was the big bad wolf, baby.
She sure did. And she took the bait. That's it.
Yep, she took the bait, y'all. Like, oh my God, like I can't believe, yo, this is bad. And so, and also, it just makes you look at it like, damn, like, yo, how advanced are our people, especially when they're in this realm, and people could and they just hire anybody, just anybody.
I'm just not gonna hire anyone. I remember this a long time ago, this our subject. I was like, and it takes people to know people too. And I was like 18 years old. I was charged with a felony, assault, first degree in Louisiana. What my mom do for a living, we didn't have the money to find a lawyer. But she knew this public defender that helped me with my case and knocked it all the way down to a misdemeanor. Because Louisiana laws is different from everywhere else, because Louisiana go under the old Napoleon law.
Yep, facts.
And I had learned that when I had went to college, like, why I get it, because I'm from Mississippi. Like, why I'm getting charged in Mississippi, I had the same charge, that's a misdemeanor. But what I done is a felony. And it's thank my mom that she does things for a living, and she knew people, and it knocked it all the way down to a misdemeanor thing. I had to pay like $150 fine.
Wow. Because your mom had the connection.
Yeah, she knew how to hire a lawyer. She knew this public defender. He might have been a public defender, but he knew the legal system. And you got to do research. You have to find out who's happy with the client. And then, does your lawyer understand you? Can you speak to your lawyer? Can you talk to your lawyer? Do you have a rapport with your lawyer? And also, what school did a lawyer go to? What school do most judges go to? You have to find that information out, especially this big. And she got people that can work for her to do that. And not having that is shocking, you know, to see this. You know, it's just shocking for me to see this, that, you know, Tasha K wasn't prepared. Like, she was sitting on the stand with her and her husband, just like, yo, y'all be all, up on here talking reckless and we running stuff, and you get in the court of law and you guys just, shiver down, you turn into ice, you melt and turn into water, and Cardi B got the straw and she's sipping y'all up. Like, Cardi B got so much enjoyment after what she saw, how she saw Tasha perjure herself, her husband perjure herself. And Cardi B and her lawyers were sitting there laughing at Tasha K and her attorneys. They were sitting there laughing.
They were. Because come to find out, the judge and my public defender, both of them had went to NSU.
What happened? I'm sorry.
Like on my case, I found out my lawyer and the public defender and the judge had went to LSU.
Yes.
See, so they knew each other.
That's why you have to find out what school they went to, and therefore they're sitting in the same. They know each other, so most likely they are going to look at you a little bit different.
Wow.
Yep. And then it's just like, yo, for real. And yes, Tasha K did thank her lawyers, because I don't know how Tasha's going to handle the situation, because Tasha did disrespect her lawyers on their website and talk about them.
She did?
Yes, she did. She wrote a review on her attorneys, and basically saying that this lady told me to file a countersuit, which was, now I know that was ridiculous, and she's not prepared for court and all this stuff. Tasha K did say this about her attorneys on the website where her attorneys have their page at. I would bring it up, but I don't know where the hell I put it at. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, so it's just like, and yes, and that's what's Miss Legs said, that she did think of her attorneys. What else is she gonna do? Like, I'll be like, yo, can I get some money back? Like, I'm gonna sue my attorneys. Can I sue y'all? Like, for real. I'm gonna get a public offender to help me.
Oh my goodness. Well,
and her attorney might, her attorney Olga is probably so dirty the way that she did Tasha and representing her, that you already know that if Tasha K talks too messy, she probably sue Tasha K and win.
Oh yeah.
Sue her and win. So she ain't gonna be too reckless. She just left a review like everybody else. So I don't know if she's actually going to, talk about her attorneys, and if she does, hopefully it's in a different way where she cannot be sued, and maybe she needs a legal person on her team for now on, because how do you think what do you call it, TMZ get away with it? Because the guy that runs the blog is a lawyer. They've been sued, but it's not as bad where they're coming. So Tasha got 1.25 judgment against her, and then there's also another judgment coming tomorrow, so it ain't over yet. You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy, for real. And you would think that
Tasha didn't take this seriously. She didn't take this case seriously. You know what I mean? She probably thought it was going to be like something 1, 2, 3. She didn't think it was that serious.
No,
I think that's what happened.
After a while, when you talk to your attorney, sometimes your attorney can convince you that he knows what he's doing, but then you got to question him, and you got to ask him questions and see, or she questions to see, because sometimes, she had this attorney for like 3 years, so that's all the money she's been paying for 3 years. So she just couldn't, cut off that attorney. But at some point, you got to go talk to another attorney and say, hey, listen, I got this case going on, blase the third. I want to sue this attorney. Sometimes attorneys won't sue each other. It all depends on how big your city and state is. And be like, if you take this case, I can pay this much, but at the end of the day, I'm going to hire you to sue the attorneys I have now, because they were very negligent and the way that they represented me, even though they have much evidence against Tasha K. But once the judge is saying that he wants to report Tasha K's attorneys, right there, that's already in the transcript. They already got that on document, got it on file, where you can get another lawyer to sue that person. But We'll see what Tasha K does. She probably just gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna grind out here in these streets. I'm gonna make my money. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Because basically, she got to pay some money here, pay some money there. And also she can file for bankruptcy as well. And we'll see how that pans out. Because, 50 Cent, when he was being sued by Rick Ross and Rick Ross' baby's mother, what did he do? He filed for bankruptcy. And it was like, yo, how you filing for bankruptcy? But 50 got around that situation,
Right. And kept his money.
He kept his money, baby. He kept the money. But he didn't have Tasha K's attorneys, okay?
Oh, my goodness. Well, anyway, let her figure it. Her and her husband can figure the rest out.
They gonna figure it out, Lord, this is crazy. And I don't have no ill will against Tasha K. I have no ill will against Cardi B. I'm just speaking about the case, and it's just like, yo, like it just reminded me of you hear these stories about Black people being represented in court, and it's like, yo, you need to have the right representation. There's a lot of people locked up behind bars because they don't have the right representation or have the right money. And then now you get Tasha K that got some money to get a good lawyer, and then she got the worst lawyer and time, where the judge is reprimanding your lawyer and threatening to write letters on your lawyer. You know how bad that is? It's like, yo,
it is real bad. He's going to go to the state of Georgia or on her. Bang. Well. Well.
It's a mess. It's a mess, but I can see Tasha K like, I'm going to wipe my butt with the money that I'm going to give Cardi B.
She's so full of it. Yeah, she'll say some stuff like that, too.
They ain't going to get a penny because I ain't even got a penny. I can just see it. I can see it.
Oh, God.
Lord, I can see it. I
feel bad for her husband. Her husband looks like he just follows whatever she says. Whatever she says, he does.
He's eating off that money. Don't feel bad for him. He's been living high off that hog with Tasha K. Okay?
So with 1 million subscribers, like, that means what? Like, of course, more money.
Way more money.
Because I hear... Oh, okay.
And then on top of that, a lot of your content will go through, just so much. Then you have people that want to advertise and pay you for slots on your channel. You got 1 million people. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay, I got you now. Yeah.
So, Lord.
So she's going to make the money back then?
Yeah, she's going to make the money back. Unless Cardi B don't even want the money and try to take her channel in some shape or form. Now that she has a verdict that's saying that this woman is guilty, she put lies, and she continue. And even when I asked you to take it down, you wouldn't take it down. If she comes after that, that's different. But a lot of people are saying, why would she come after her channel? Because that's the channel that generates money to pay her. But what if the way that Cardi B spend money, whatever Tasha's gonna give her is just like a pot, and is a little bucket. She gives her husband $1 million gifts. He gives her $1 million gifts. They throw $500,000 parties and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So whatever.
Yeah.
So she can go all the way there and say, I just want all of it seized. But if she want to long arm, to get Tasha's money slowly, but keep taking it, she won't go after that. But we don't know what she's actually going to do and what her attorneys might try to do, towards Tasha K and her channel afterwards. Because now they got a verdict that's saying that she's guilty, she lied, she did this and that. And on top of that, she wouldn't take it down. Now, if they bring this to, YouTube, what can the situation, panned out? Because Tasha K makes good money for YouTube, okay? She's a good employee. I'm an employee too, but I'm not as good as Tasha K as an employee. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I didn't know YouTube paid that much money. I mean, damn, that's really very good money. I mean, jeez.
And if you got 1 million subscribers, imagine how many people want to advertise on Tasha K's page with their ads. You know what I mean? So she might get the best ads possible. And so that increases her money that she makes. You know what I mean? So Tasha K, in my opinion, I think she already made $1 million off of YouTube.
Really?
Or probably more. In my opinion, with her viewership, with the numbers, with donations, and with her advertisement, with her ads are crazy. Like there are probably companies that are fighting to put ads on Tasha K's videos, and this might where YouTube will protect Tasha K, allegedly. I don't know. But they might, basically saying, okay, this happened. That's outside of YouTube and her channel's fine. You know what I mean? But we don't know what Cardi B, at the end of the day, after all this, what is she going to go after? But Tasha K is also prepared because she got a backup channel, and she also has her website now where you can go and get exclusive content. So in any event, she's prepared on that part, but she wasn't prepared with the court. You know what I mean? And nobody really thought that. She probably really thought that this wasn't gonna happen. Like it, people rag and tag people all day long, but Tasha K went above and beyond with it. And people were happy because some people feel like Cardi B is a bully, and Cardi B did a lot of people dirty, and especially when Cardi B went after this pregnant woman that had, her child had departed from this earth, and Cardi B said some things about it. Tasha K was right there defending that woman. You know what I mean? So.
Well, Cardi B did a lot of growing up, From the time that she, came on the scene, she was very immature. Did a lot of stupid stuff. But I noticed that there's some change in her after having those kids. She changed. You don't see that?
Oh yeah, she changed a lot. She changed a lot, but she totally changed a lot, and she stopped putting herself in a lot of compromising positions, especially when it came to race. And she's been trying to change that whole situation, and she hasn't really been arguing with bloggers, but the last blogger she argued with, other than Tasha K, was Black T Blog. And she's basically hasn't been really coming after people, but she recently came after Cash Doll, India Doll, I don't know, one of them dolls, one of them Asian dolls, one of them dolls.
Rappers, right? There's some rappers.
It was female rapper.
Right.
She came for her. She was arguing with her. You know what I mean? And so, a lot of this stuff should have been brought up in trial. They should have been able to trick Cardi, because how smart is Cardi B, where an attorney can't trick her to basically, unless Cardi B's attorney, sat down and prepared her for court, because we can honestly see that Tasha K's lawyers did not prepare her for court.
But you know what the problem is with a lot of people? They underestimate Cardi's intelligence.
She did go to college. A lot of
people underestimate her intelligence. She may not speak very well English, but she's a very smart woman. Okay?
Yeah, she got a degree. She got a degree. I don't know if Tasha got a degree. I know Tasha, like I said, they said it at the court that she failed the 9th grade. This is everything I'm saying is what I heard allegedly from the court case of people documenting their time, spending time in the court watching Tasha K.
Oh my goodness. Oh, this is crazy. Crazy. But I don't know. Let them figure this out.
Yeah, I think
Tasha
she's
K will
good.
be all right.
I know Tasha's gonna be, like I said, Tasha's gonna get on YouTube and like, they ain't gonna get a penny because I ain't got a penny to give her, so she gonna have to find another way to feed her kids. I already know Tasha is going to smash this situation. And then if Tasha wants to get even crazy with it, she can be like, all you hating ass bloggers that are jealous of me, and start, sending subliminals and dissing them, that's gonna boost her up as well. You know what I mean? Because I've seen Tasha K when she disses a YouTuber or she talks bad about them, their channel goes all the way ballistic to the sky. And then when she gives you props, their channel goes ballistic to the sky. Or she mention you and say, oh, I got information from this person. She's very influential. So she gonna get on here and say, I did what I did. I saw that girl in court. There was a certain smell in the courtroom and I was looking over my shoulders and I didn't know who it was. It seemed like it was, it was coming from that direction, the Bodak rapper, you know what I mean? Like she's going to talk mess. Tasha's going to talk mess. Tasha going to talk mess. I'm telling you, she going to talk mess. Goodness. Yeah, if y'all think Tasha K gonna get on here and cry and say, woe is me, nah. And if y'all ain't never seen Tasha K beg for money, but Tasha asked for money to sue your attorneys, please.
She ain't represent you good at all. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what to say about Tasha K, but she's too grimy. She does a lot of terrible things.
Hey,
she's too grimy. I know. Huh?
I hear what you're saying, but people gravitate to that because there's some people in their life that would never do any grimy things, never talk grimy about anybody else, but they like to see other people do it. They like to hear other people talk that mess and be like, oh, look at them saying that and be all, so that's another thing too as well. It's entertainment. But
right.
Yeah, I mean, people been out here drag tagging, dogging Tasha K. Like Tasha K gonna fall. Tasha K ain't gonna fall. Like y'all are crazy. If this basically catapulted Tasha K to that level. Oh, she got sued by an A-lister. She got sued by Cardi B. It's lies, but she got sued. People gonna be like, yo, that's crazy. Oh my God, Tasha's the man. Tasha's the woman. Tasha did this. Oh, you mentioned Cardi B. Even Cardi B said, every time I get online and I kiss my baby or something, people say, don't kiss my baby. So Tasha has cemented herself in that realm of Page 6, TMZ, and all of them. But it all depends on if you believe it's factual or fiction. If you like fiction, you run with it.
Oh my goodness! I don't like that fiction. I don't like it because you know what? It hurts people.
Yeah, it does.
I don't like that.
I'm not saying it was right. I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying that it's right at all. But I'm in this realm and a whole lot of things going on.
Exactly.
People are looking for Tasha's going to be down. Tasha's going to be off of YouTube. That's not going to happen. And then people trying to throw in, oh, she didn't even hire a black attorney and all this other stuff. That's still not going to affect Tasha. They're just going to be like, yo, I'm just going to do better when I hire an attorney. I'm not going to hire a criminal law attorney when I'm facing a federal civil trial. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we can all pick up lessons. When you look for a lawyer, make sure you do your research.
Yeah. Do your homework.
Do your homework, baby.
Do your homework. Because, if you don't, you're going to mess up. You're going to lose. Yep. So, I'm sure right now Cardi B is having a party at her house because she won.
I think what Cardi B is really enjoying now is watching all of Tasha K's co-workers and people that are in the same realm as her just tear her down, because I just see nothing but maybe there's two people that hasn't been tearing her down, but just tear her down. And now Tasha K affected her life. Now Cardi B has affected Tasha K life in her realm of YouTube. You know what I mean? But at the same time, Tasha K name stays in that algorithm. So when she uploads or when she go live, when Tasha K goes live, when she's ready to go live, there's gonna guarantee you at least 30,000 people going to be in that live. 30,000 people going to be in her live. At least 30,000. at least. Waiting for what Tasha K is going to say. When she hit that live button, there's going to be 30,000 people in there. I'm telling you, like, you know, people say, and everybody in the comments, oh, when these, you know, content creators and bloggers are saying, oh, Tasha this, Tasha that, making fun, laughing at her, saying she's, you know, it's over. And them people, you know, they got hundreds of people, thousands of people, and they're like, yeah, she get what she deserves. Watch when Tasha go live. All them people gonna be in her live. Watch.
I don't know.
And matter of she probably on live now talking sugar honey iced tea. They ain't even missing with a glass of wine, a whole bottle.
It's just that this case was embarrassing to me. I felt like it was embarrassing for Tasha to just have this representation, how, you know, things were said on the stand, that she said on the stand, her husband said on the stand. It was like, yo, y'all ain't know what it is. You know, never incriminate yourself. You never incriminate yourself. And when she took her deposition, never incriminate yourself in your deposition. And then, you know, whatever you say in your deposition, you got to say on the stand. And what she said in her deposition, she said most of it on the stand. And then she ended up, you know, saying some other things that basically made her, you know, perjure herself. And is she going to go to jail? I don't think. Tasha do have a record, but I don't think she's going to go to jail. She could. Who knows? Because right now you got the people. You got the people in the courtroom and the jury that's basically discussed it because, you know, her lawyer wasn't able to put it across like, this is how people talk. This is the internet. This is what bloggers do. Look how Cardi B talk. People add each other. People do this. You know, this is sassy talk. This is black folks talk. And then a lawyer should have demonstrated, you know, this is what you say, like this is sassy, this and that. This is how we talk. It's no offense. You know why it's no offense? Let's listen to Cardi B's music. Look at these lyrics. You know, she's talking the same way Tasha K is talking on her YouTube channel. So don't take the language that you see, you know, on the screen about Tasha as, oh my God, like this is the worst. This woman really got beef. No, she's making money, baby.
And then depending on what kind of mood the judge in the mob and come back to the bar, we're probably trying to charge her with perjury. You don't know, because you could pee over the judge off and he can do whatever he want to do.
Oh, well.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm like, yo, Tasha, man. Like, yo, Tasha, it should have been a whole different outcome. Like, as far as she could have been possibly found guilty, you know, if she had a different attorney, but there's a lot of things that could have probably helped the verdict and what they are going to award, you know, Cardi B. Because like I said, Cardi ain't never looked like no angel. Cardi looked like an angel compared to what everybody has reported that sat inside the courtroom. And you are absolutely right, God's girl, that you cannot watch a federal trial. Bloggers went and watched the trial. It's hearsay, yes. But all the hearsay that the bloggers were saying that watched the trial are all coherent. It's all concise. They all say the same thing in different ways. All like 8 of these people said the same thing in different ways, and they came out with the same, you know, outcome. So when she came after, no, I'm not. Nothing is okay. Nothing is okay. But you know, when it comes to YouTube, you guys know that there's all different parts of YouTube where people beef, where people expose each other. None of that shit is okay. None of that is okay. None of that is fine. Because if I thought that was okay, if that was good, I would be doing that myself. I don't do that. I report things that I hear. I give my opinion. I don't make up no stories on nobody or anything else like that, because I don't want to do that. That's not who I am. I would feel bad doing that because that's not my character. You know what I mean? I could talk crap, I can diss you, I can read you, I could do all that other good stuff. But pulling up your personal information, saying that you did this, you did that, you know what I mean, without any, okay, if I say anything, it's because, okay, I seen this on TV, I seen you post that, this other person said you did this, put it all together and then make a hypothesis and come with my decision. But I'm never going to make up anything. I'm never going to say this about this person that I don't know if it's true. And, you know, and if I do interview somebody, which I have, you know, I basically saying this is not, I wasn't there, I don't know the situation, but it came to a point where when you are uploading or when you're going live and you're making thousands and thousands of dollars, if you're making $100,000 off of one video or $150,000 talking about this person, right? And then you do it again and you make $200,000, then you do it again and you make $300,000. What do you think the person gonna do?
Keep doing it.
Right? That's what happened.
Yeah, but you're doing it on this person's expense. That's the problem. And they're all lies.
I hear what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just, you know, she said they're all lies. Lord have mercy. Listen, I told you when I went to the grocery store, like the National Enquirer and all the magazines at the grocery store on the side, there was nothing but lies in the magazines. How come they don't get sued?
Because they got a legal team.
Yeah, they got a legal team. Facts.
Exactly. And not only that, but they're not saying directly that you have this illness or this STD. They're not saying that. There's a big difference. They know what to say. They know what not to say.
Facts. I think, you know, Tasha got carried away with the situation. You know what I mean? She got carried away. And then Cardi B was responding. That was just a whole nother thing. And then a Lovely T got in it. And then they were trying to discredit her. Tasha K was like, oh, no, we about to go Rambo on these mother suckers. And that's what she did. She went Rambo.
Now, wait a minute. Is that what happened between her and Lovely T? Is it because Lovely T didn't want to be part of this?
Lovely T was disproving Tasha K's story, basically saying that Tasha K is lying when Tasha was almost at 1 million views for that particular video. And then, you know, Lovely T was saying some things, Tasha was saying some things, and that friendship just went away. And, you know, this is the real big thing about it. That really parted their ways. And, you know, Tasha, you know how Tasha is. She would get on anybody's channel and talk shit. And she started talking about Lovely T.
The reason.
That's one of the main reasons, this story. And then I think Lovely T may have felt a certain way, like, I can't believe you're gonna do this. And then also Tasha K was coming up really fast at that time, and she was getting close, you know, to Lovely T's numbers at the same time. And then Lovely T was like, yo, everything I do is integrity over here, you know. So she might have felt a certain type of way too, because people have morals and they have values. Like, yo, don't say that about somebody. And that's how, you know, Lovely T felt about that situation. Then Lovely T jumped on other people's platforms and talked about Tasha K. So then boom, bada bing, they were beefing.
So how did Lovely T get to be friends with Cardi B? How did that happen? I don't get it.
I think because Lovely, in my opinion, I'm not knowing factual, is because Lovely T did the video where she disproved, you know, Star Marie Jones. And she pointed out, because Lovely T uploaded that video really quick, then she took it down and put it on her website. Also, she was trying to get views too, so she put it on her website so people can come to her website as well. And then, you know, but she basically did the research, and Tasha did the research, and they came to the conclusion that, you know, Star Marie is out of her mind allegedly, and she's not stable. And they had that conversation. Then they played that conversation in court, and that went away. And so therefore, like, if you my friend and we cool, don't discredit my story. You know, we're covering the same thing, and we're both as big as you know what on YouTube. You know, so that basically, you know, separated the friendship, because at one point Tasha was saying that Star Marie, she believes her, and then the next minute she don't believe her. Then Lovely T came with all the receipts, so you come with all these receipts and make it look like Tasha K's lying, and Tasha was on the come up and on the rise at this point in time. Like, she was up there, and sometimes things can stop you from actually catapulting to where you want to go, and she may have felt that Lovely T is trying to do this on purpose, and Lovely T was probably was like, yo, listen, come on, man, this is not how we get down. So that and could be
that could have been the reason why she got close to Cardi B.
Yes, because Lovely T discredit Tasha K.
Well, she was in the right. Lovely T was in the right. At least she just proved that this woman's lying and she got mental issues. Right?
Lovely T did what she had to do. And for whatever reason, she felt like, okay, I'm not rolling with this. And it could have been that, or it could have been other issues, because you don't know somebody's mindset. You know what I mean? Because there's plenty of people that lie on YouTube and make up stories. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So, but I think she was closer to this story, and they both was going to drop these videos. And then, Lovely T dropped the video and started talking about it. Everybody was like shocked when Star Marie's a beautiful young woman, and when she was in the airport talking her mess, it looked like, oh, she's stable. This is convincing. But then once,
but she's not.
And then once, Star Marie started talking about Dr. Sabi and all this other stuff, I was like, okay, that's something wrong.
Yeah, there's definitely something wrong.
And then it was proven that, Star Marie posted some things on Facebook. And, I think Lovely T did the research and said that these dates were changed on Facebook. And she really had details of like, yo, this girl is wild. She don't even know Cardi B like that. And so when you put that out there, then you got Tasha K saying, oh, for real? Ooh, I knew it. You know what I mean? That hurts her bag.
No. Okay, so that's how. Okay, I got you. Well, okay, so that's how she got to be cool with Cardi B, I guess.
Okay, one second. Go ahead, Felicia. What you was about to say?
I said there's competition, marketing and stuff. There's a lot of competition. Yep. Whoever gets the first click and view, they gonna feel, and the other person gonna feel some type of way. I'm covering this story too, and that. That's how they feel now. But it's just too much competition, and especially in the gossip blog. Everybody like a little miss, not too much.
No. Oh, no.
Yep, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to take some more phone calls. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate. Tell us your name and where you're calling from again, please.
Shit. This is Carla from Queens, New York.
Yeah, Carla from Queens. Good night, Carla.
Good night.
Thank you. Felicia, what else? Come on, Felicia, what else you got to say? What do you think about this situation, girl?
I don't know. This is a hot mess. They're not going to stop little boozy at all. She's going to keep on going and going just like the Energized Bunny. But please don't PO the judge tomorrow to get personally charged. Y'all have a good night and a blessed day. And tomorrow, not promise to nobody. And I hope I stay up to bed and celebrate my birthday tomorrow, even though I have to go to work in the morning.
Happy birthday. Everybody wish Felicia Butler happy birthday. Thank you so much, Felicia Butler. Felicia Butler, she's a member of the channel. She always supports. I talk to her. She's very nice. She's Mississippi, baby. She keeps it real. She keeps it thorough. And she's a down-to-earth person. And wish her happy birthday. I mean, like, she's really a great person. Thank you so much, Felicia Butler, and happy early birthday. And I'm going to wish you happy birthday tomorrow, because I think I'm going to go live and talk about love and hip hop. Hold on one second, Felicia. We got a call coming in. Merge.
Call.
All right.
She keeps it sterile, and she's a down.
Okay. All right, you got to turn me down in the background.
Oh, I don't.
Okay, okay. All right, go ahead. Please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
I'm calling you from Bronx, New York.
From the Bronx, New York?
Yes.
Okay,
and
hey.
I am very upset that Tasha K lost this case.
Okay.
And let me explain why.
Go ahead.
Okay. Cardi B has influenced our children to do fellatio, that was a great part of sex.
All right, just say that she influenced the kids to do things that are bad. Don't go into deep detail, please.
Okay. When her fellatio advertising, okay, you have to. This is what Tasha K lawyers need. They need a good doctor that's going to give the real truth about this non-detectable herpes test that she submitted to them. And that's the situation. That's the situation for me. The lawyers was not educated on the medical part of Cardi's situation, or Tasha K would have never lost this case. Many people have herpes on their lips. It could come from stress. It could come from all kinds of things. You understand? I don't think they proved the case right. I don't believe her test will ever be negative. I think her test will always be undetectable. And that's my feeling on it. And I feel that a lot of higher people like TMZ and other big blogs are trying to come down on Tasha K because she was coming on top of them. She was becoming the more celebrity gossip to get your celebrity gossip from. And I believe that they was just using Cardi B to take her down. And I'm not capping this. I'm very upset over this.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I did say this earlier. TMZ, Daily Mail, The Sun, and Page 6, they use Tasha K stories.
Not only that, they use Cardi B to destroy Tasha K. Cardi B, you know what I would like? I would like for Tasha K to put up a reward for those men to come out in the open, a $50,000 reward for them to come out who she robbed and drugged in the hotel. I'm not.
Okay. You're going way left field. We already know, but when you go with you don't have to explain what you're trying to say because we all know.
Okay. Oh well, I don't want you getting in trouble for your channel, but y'all bloggers better know this is going to affect y'all also. This is going to affect the way y'all get your money, the way y'all get your clicks and views up. She should have never lost this case. And the judge, I believe that the judge is very biased. This whole case needs to be thrown out because of the misrepresentation that Tasha K got. She got slam dunked in that courtroom by her lawyers.
Yes.
Not knowing what the hell they was doing.
Her lawyers is atrocious.
Exactly.
Allegedly.
If they had any kind of common sense, they would have known the history of herpes and known that Cardi B, she gave them a non-detectable result. I'm sorry. I think the judge is very biased in this. I think the judge seen non-detectable or something like that and was like, oh, well, this ain't proof. I think the judge was biased against Tasha K.
What was reported was that she took the test and it was a medical examiner that took the test and basically they did whatever they needed to do and they gave the results and the results were negative.
And those are not true. Undetectable is not a negative result. That's what I'm trying to say. They got away with that. Her lawyers and her money got away with that. And I'm not capping her trying to destroy this black woman. And Tasha K, she shouldn't have been so stupid and just kept going on and on and on with this Cardi B thing. Just being vicious with it. She needs to take anger management, just like she came out with Barbie Light, talking about he got dirty blood. That was very insulting to me. But for me, Barbie Light need to get sued. I mean, get a triumphant over Tasha K too, because I just hate to see that her downfall. I know I might sound crazy to a lot of people, but I'm very upset about this. to see this black woman gonna lose everything.
She's not gonna lose. She's not gonna lose everything. This right here, what people fail to not realize is this has catapulted Tasha K up to the top because she's getting sued. She's connected to Cardi B, and once Tasha K starts to speak, Tasha K says she's going live in a few days. There's gonna be 30,000 people. You think people are gonna stop following Tasha K and stop listening to her? If that was the case, they would have stopped a long time ago. That's not going to happen.
No, I'm just thinking that this situation could affect her channel.
Only if
what it was all about.
Well, we don't know that yet, but that's only if they have a right to go after it. We shall see. But if they go after it, how is Cardi B going to get the money that she wants? Unless she doesn't want the money at all.
Cardi B was never needed this money, never wanted the money. It was about destroying Tasha K. She didn't mind, and this is why she needs to be canceled, because she's spending all of this money to try to destroy somebody that's beneath her financially. Why would you, go ahead with that? Because where does she come from? The dirt. This girl. I just wish there would be a reward out for the men that she drugged in that hotel.
Oh, okay. No. Wish that there was a reward out for the men that made claims on the situation about Cardi B.
Allegedly. She said it herself that she did it. So it's not allegedly. Cardi B admitted that this.
But right here, you're going to have to say allegedly. The men that made these claims against Cardi B come out, but everything is allegedly, because sometimes.
I think all you bloggers better leave her name out of your mouths. Trust me. But thank you, darling, for letting me come on and expressing how I feel from Bronx, New York. Nobody capping that thing, Cardi B, that thing. But to me, everything Tasha said is true about her. Everything. Especially the H. Thank you.
All right, peace. Lord have mercy. Help me, Jesus. What do you think about that, Felicia? Oh, Felicia left. I forgot Felicia left. Felicia, you still here? No, she left. Like I said, there's some people that still believe, what Tasha K said, even though Tasha K said that she had no idea, she didn't know. And then Cardi B actually said that she had that scar on her mouth forever. And, now the young lady from the Bronx is saying that it's non-detectable. So that doesn't mean you don't. So, it's going to be people on Tasha K's side, and there's going to be people on Cardi B's side as well. But the thing about it is, when you relish in somebody's downfall, you already know what that situation is going to be. When you are down this low and you got everybody talking about you on YouTube and a lot of it is negative, only thing to do, because like now her name is gold out here in these streets. So in any event, once Tasha K gets back online, the people are going to be there. But the problem is Tasha K gonna be there? Is Tasha K okay? Is Tasha K all right? Because one of the callers did say that Tasha K was crying. And yes, when you owe somebody 1.25 million, and then on top of that, she got to go to court tomorrow to find out the punitive damages, that's money that's going to be garnished. That's money that's going to be taken. And then she can file bankruptcy, but that is still hanging over your head. So that means you really can't have any type of income coming in, or, your income got to be real low or whatever, or talk to 50 Cent and see how he got out of his situation, because he basically filed for bankruptcy. And so therefore, when you go to bankruptcy court, whatever the judgment that, Cardi B was awarded, they can actually tune it down to a reasonable amount that the blogger or Tasha K can actually afford when it comes to bankruptcy court. So sometimes filing bankruptcy and then, getting a less judgment or something that is more of your tune. And some people believe these things about, Cardi B. And this is why Cardi B wanted to sue Tasha K. And this is why she wants to take Tasha K down, because whether it's true or not, nobody should be telling your business about your medical records or anything else, because I wouldn't want somebody to take my medical records and put them online. Nobody would want that, even if you are, 100% clean, 100% healthy. This is why they have the HIPAA law. This is why they have different things. But when it comes to Tasha K, she did not have right representation. She should have had a medical team or a medical doctor that was advising that could look at the medical records and dispute them, or say, okay, listen, this says this is what this means. So there should have been a medical expert, representing, Tasha K, because at the end of the day, Choke No Joke said on his YouTube channel, because he was there at the court case and he's been there from the beginning. He's the first one that was out there. He was the first one that was recording. He said that the jury was in deliberation, and then they came back with a question for the judge, and the question that they asked the judge was, has it been determined that everything with Cardi B is 100? Is everything negative? If everything is this, if everything is that she's been cleared medically, that she doesn't have anything that Tasha K claimed that she has. And the judge said, yes, she has been cleared on that situation. Now we have caller from the Bronx is basically saying it said non-detectable. So in any event, there should have been a medical advisor too, because usually lawyers call in experts. There should have been experts, when it comes to, watching social media and how people talk and how people, express themselves, especially people that are melanin, especially people that are Black, how we talk. Just like the caller from Queens, she wasn't saying nothing that was reckless or bad, but the way that she using her tone, that can, affect my channel. So, there's certain way that Black people talk that we understand each other, and that should have been, put into court. Maybe a language or how they have on the websites, they have this website where, how if you don't understand what a lot of people are saying, they're using like slang and ebonics and different metaphors, and they're using, tech savvy things. There's certain blogs that you can go to, and they will translate everything for you so you can actually understand it. And so now you have a jury that don't understand, her intent of what she's saying, but also there's other people that are saying that she done did wrong to other people. So there's like, there's people that are split by the situation as well. Everybody does. Lord have mercy. When you have a Lord, you guys are too funny. I can't with y'all. Star said it was true. Oh, Star Marie or Star Troy Terrain? Okay, let me see what you're saying. Nah, baby, when you get in court, you better know how you talk. No, not how Tasha K expressed herself, but when they play her videos back, what it's there, how she's talking. And then you can also say that Cardi B talks that same way too as well. Look at her music, or even bring up videos where Cardi B is talking and she's cussing and she's swearing and she's throwing, this and that. She's throwing this and she's throwing that, and she's saying different things. There's a certain way that people, in the community, far as, even Spanish people, Black people, they talk and how they express themselves. You know what I'm saying? And, and if you have people that don't understand that, and from what I'm getting, the jury did not really look like Tasha K. So they might not have they might be like, oh, this girl is mad, she's angry, this and that. But in actuality, Tasha's getting them clicks and them views. Oh, okay. I feel what you're saying, OG. Yes, she did disrespect Tupac. She definitely did. And that really made me mad. I ain't gonna even front with you on that. When she did that, I was like, why is she coming for Tupac? And then she didn't come for him once. She came for him twice. It's like, why is she doing that? Star Marie's not a reliable source. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the situation. If there's any more callers, anybody want to jump on the StreamYard, let me know. But what else? It's really, it's just one of them situations like, damn. Because, sometimes you see someone online and you see how they talk and everything, and you just be like, yo, I know she gonna do this in court. I know she gonna have this straight. She got the money, but the lawyers failed her badly. And then she didn't help her case when she said, I'm going to wipe the cease and desist. But this is what I'm saying. When you have a language specialist come into as well, there should have been a lot of expert witness, like a language specialist or a behavior specialist when it comes to social media, just like all these other, blog sites, websites that host, millions of people, as far as saying like, okay, her saying, Tasha saying, I'm going to wipe my such and such. These are things that people say, to look back, to look good, to look tough, to look strong. Same thing 50 Cent said, a lot of rappers that go on trial, they say like, oh, it's just my lyrics. I don't mean that. Like 50 was like, I'm broke. I don't have money. I just be talking like that. It's not real. You see a lot of rappers that will say that, oh, what I say is not real. That's not true. I'm lying about that situation because, it helps the audience. It helps people engage. It helps people purchase music. It helps people stream my music. So what I'm saying is not true. Like you have rappers that are saying, hey, listen, I don't even have these chains don't belong to me. It's just something I use for an image. Or like the weapons that you see in my video, they're actually fake. They're actually staged. They're like props, but it helps us, basically get viewers and people listen to the music and believe in what we say. And so there should have been things brought up that, Tasha, when I said that, it was just basically because, my audience gets scared. My audience might have got thinking that I'm weak and they like to see me being this confident, tough Black woman. This is what I represent. You know what I mean? So there should have been a lot of people, specialists and, specialists and, basically coming in, and experts testifying or saying things as far as Tasha K, because this is a big case. If I'm paying you $150,000, I need, what? If you're going to help me win and help it be a low, and then on top of that, I'm looking at the jury, like, I don't know in the federal court when it comes to jury selection, why wasn't there more people that look like Tasha K on the jury? Like, I don't understand. I know in criminal cases, you can get a jury of your peers. I don't know if it's different. And when it comes to federal civil lawsuits. You're so messed up. Come on, when you say, but the reason why do you think Tasha K said that? Because her audience is like, oh, she sent you a cease and desist. Nobody really had to know. I don't know if Cardi B said anything about the situation, but Tasha said it to provoke Cardi B to say something else, because if Cardi B is engaging with Tasha K, what does that do? That helps Tasha K. It helps her. It doesn't help Cardi B, but it helps Tasha K on her come up and what she's trying to do. So you would think that they would have specialists like, this is image. Rappers, they go to court and they have these people say, this is the projection of what their audience and what they want them to say and do. So this is why they actually display this behavior. Like when you go to court, whether Tasha K is wrong or right, when you go to court, whoever's supposed to be representing you and you pay supposed to pull out all the heavy artillery so you can win, or you look like, oh, I fought a good game. It don't even look like, it just looked like Tasha K and them laid down in the court. Like her attorneys was like, yo, I've been eating good off of your money since 2018, 2019. Her lawyer, looked like she, her lawyer looked like she been eating a lot. She been eating off of Tasha's money. You know what I mean? Like if you had to say, Tasha, I need to call in these experts. I need to get this done. We're going to try to get this in because, and especially if Tasha K would have brought that up while she was being cross-examined or while she was talking to a lawyer, and then basically represent to the court that, hey, I'm bringing these, specialists in, these experts in to, modify and let people know so they can understand, because I believe the jury is unaware of this type of language and behavior that takes place on social media. And a lot of people don't agree with it, but we see it every day, everywhere we go on social media. Please tell me your name. Please tell me your name and your location, please.
Hey, I'm calling from New York.
Okay, your name? Whatever name you want to make up.
Crystal.
Crystal, okay.
Crystal.
All right, Crystal, go ahead. What's your thoughts?
All right. I heard earlier briefly the previous caller mentioning this thing about, you know, the situation with Cardi taking down a black woman. And I know that's going to be going around for a while due to, you know, just how things really went down. But I was watching the lead attorney, and someone called in on his show and brought up the fact that she chose not to have black people represent her. That she's in Atlanta, there's tons of, you know, really good attorneys, male and female, African-American attorneys, and yet when the chips were down, she chose white people to represent her. I was wondering if you had any commentary on that. Did you discuss that, or what are your thoughts about that?
Yes, I understand what you're saying about that. Yeah, like I did say that earlier, like if she had a lawyer that looked like her, that could understand her, that would be able to represent when they play these videos in court of Tasha talking how she talks, because we all have a bravado when we're online. We, you know, even with the lead attorney, he cusses and swears. He doesn't cuss and swear in court, but there is a certain type of action that you use while you are online. And so that needed to be determined by, you know, a specialist, somebody that understands, like, okay, this market and that market. And then when it comes to picking an attorney, I believe that, you know, she would have picked somebody that could understand and basically say, oh, you was just talking mess. You know what I mean? And try to explain that, not someone that's totally oblivious to what she is saying. And so when these videos are being played of Tasha K, she looks like, you know, she's a monster and things of that nature. Like she talks smack, she talks crap, she talks all that stuff. And a lot of people do, you know what I mean? So there should have been an understanding for the jury. And maybe if she had someone that looked like her and, you know, had the similar, you know, understand black folks, maybe that would have helped her too. But what I did say earlier, the best way to pick an attorney is to find out where your court case is going to be and who's the judges there, and you pick out you find out what school, what legal school they went to, what law school they went to. So you pick your attorneys according to, you know, they might have a relationship with the judge, or they might was in the same classroom. So you want to pick somebody that's actually connected to the system. And sometimes when it comes to race, yes, I would like, if maybe Johnny Cochran was alive, Tasha would have won the case.
But the issue and the I think the argument and what should be discussed is the fact that she did not choose a black. She didn't choose anyone black. Like you talking about what possibly a black attorney would have seen or, you know, explained. But at the end of the day, when it was time for her to choose her attorney, she went with these white people, and she was online amping them up. She said this is the best in the game.
And now she knows that they are not.
But this is Tasha K. You don't think she knew that before?
No, I don't think she knew that before, because she probably don't have as much as experience with picking attorneys and actually question them and actually cross-examining them herself and actually saying, so how are we going to win the case? How are you going to defend me? Now, how did the lawyer respond? And so you have to understand, when a lawyer responds to your questions and how he answers your questions, you know, they can come off and give you that reassurance. But if they're not answering the questions when you're asking them, okay, when they ask me this, and then, you know, you shouldn't have to do that, but you have to question your attorney. If you don't question your attorney to see where they're headed, and sometimes you have to do your own research on your own case and read other different cases that relate to your case and ask your attorney about that to see if they know, because if they could be any race and don't know. For purposes of YouTube, for purposes of being a black woman, for purposes of that situation, I would have probably went with a black attorney. I would think that would be the best choice, because we're like, oh, look at Tasha K, she got a black attorney. Now you have people poking out that she didn't go with a black attorney. Or why did she hire a black attorney? There's many of black attorneys in, Atlanta. So now that's another thing against her that people can use to talk against her. So it doesn't seem like a lot of things were planned out with this situation with Cardi B and the lawsuit.
I hate to see Tasha go down like this. I mean, I started watching her very early, and I actually saw that whole situation unfold, and it was terrible. It kind of made me want to just stray away a little bit, and I did. I would tune in for certain topics, but I didn't watch her as much once that stuff kicked off. But I always respected the game. I said she was like the Wendy Williams of YouTube, and I think she's beautiful. She's really funny at times, but this just really took a turn for her. It's for me, where I just, personally, I just couldn't keep up with all of that. And then the fact that she like kind of went on the stand and just basically said, yeah, I lied. I made up some stuff. I knew it wasn't true, and I went with it because I wanted clicks and views. I'm summarizing, but essentially I saw a couple of videos where they said that's pretty much what she said on the stand. And I just thought that was just awful. Like, is it really that serious? I'm not a content creator. I don't know what it's like to get the type of attention and audience you guys can get. It seems like it's some kind of drug, and it's really powerful to make someone go that far just for views and AdSense. It's been very disappointing to see this go down.
I would say this case was very disappointing, because it almost seemed like Tasha didn't have a fighting chance.
I mean, if you get up in a federal court and say, yes, I lied, I knew stuff was not true and I went with it, I mean, how else do you expect it to go? That's what was so shocking to me, because I've watched her say that her stuff is authentic and she doesn't make up stuff and this is what it is, and she was really believable on some things. But to see her just go up there and just say, yeah, I lied, like, yeah. What the hell you think?
Some of my news is real. Some of my news is fake. But a lot of people do lie. A lot of people do lie on YouTube. So that's not shocking. And a lot of people, but the extent that it went to was shocking. Like you see 1 week and then next week, but you are not Cardi B. So now Cardi B is just on, the rampage. Like if you post one video, two videos, but then you're posting multiple videos up until, the 30s and the 40s and higher, then, it's only that person's only going to have to react to the situation, because they can't keep letting it go on,
Yeah. I don't know. I'm definitely going to stay tuned. And
do you think this is the end of Tasha K, or you think this is the next beginning?
I don't think it's the end for her. I honestly, I think she got something up her sleeve. I don't know what, how, but it's America. It's 2022. Anything's possible. And this is just a story right now. Lord knows what's going to happen next week, who's going to be in the news next week, and people will kind of forget about this.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely going to forget.
Huh?
They're definitely going to forget, and especially when Tasha K goes online and she said, exclusive, I have a story about this person, they're going to forget all about Cardi B. That's just how it works. This is why sometimes celebrities go on hiatus. This is sometimes they take a break because they did something and they let the next story pop up and be really big. And then you see them again like it ain't nothing, like, oh, and then people forget.
Yeah. That's why I would never say that she's done. I mean, I like Tasha. I still kind of like her. I just really don't like what she did, and I don't like her stance and how she played this. It was really disappointing for me. I didn't see her going out like that. But I think she has like the drive and the personality, and people still really love her. She doesn't have 1 million followers for nothing.
Facts.
So I don't know.
That's very true. So
but I don't
the things
think this is the end.
Everything that you heard so far about the trial, what is your whole take on the situation? Everything that you heard from all the bloggers and everything that you listened to, what is your whole take on everything?
I honestly was in and out because I had to work and I had some things going on. So I was really watching like 2 or 3 people, Choke No Joke and the other guy, that Byron somebody, and lead attorney. And just overall, from what I got out of everything, it was just really, it reminded me, I don't know if you watched this show called Black Mirror. It was on, I think, Netflix. It's kind of like a 21st version of the Twilight Zone. But they really focus on, like, social media, like, modernization and society. Just very foretelling of, like, what's been happening. And they had an episode about the world moving in a direction where everything depended on your social media life. You had to have a certain amount of likes, certain amount of followers to do certain things in society. And I don't know, the case kind of made me think about that in the aspect of her saying, like, this was about clicks and views and money. And I'm just like, wow, the show, you know the show? Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't. But when you said that...
Please check it out right, like, tonight.
What's the name of the show again?
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror?
Black Mirror.
Okay.
Yeah. It's on Netflix. I think the last season was probably like 3 years ago. But every episode is a different story about something. Just like the Twilight Zone.
Also.
And they explore so much in terms of like social media and like internet, this kind of stuff, like exactly what's going on with what happened with the case, and just Tasha's fascination with likes and not giving a damn. She just want to like and just check it out. It's really good. I, for some reason, I thought you would have watched that show, but
also, when you mentioned that show about like your ratings and things of that nature that you have to do certain things, it reminded me of China, because I believe it's China where like if you get kicked off the bus or you go to a club and you get kicked off, like your rating, will on your on whatever how they rate you, like you can't now, if you wanted to go into this particular bar, they can refuse to let you in because your rating is at 0, because so now is this like a record when you go to restaurants, when you use the bus, take the taxi, or go to restaurants or grocery stores or markets, and you cause an incident, it can deduct from your rating and you won't be allowed in certain places. So that was kind of weird. So it sounds like it's a cool show.
yeah, it's exact. Like it's been out for a while, so I kind of forgot some of the details of things. I was watching it when it was live, and it's been a minute. But that episode always stuck with me because I was like, that was so crazy. And literally, I think that with that episode, they had Asian, it was in Asia. So it's crazy that you even brought that up too, because I think this episode was filmed in Asia.
Okay.
Or the theme of it, the story just, they live in Asia.
Okay.
It's like every episode is something different. Another one they had where it was like, what would life be like if you were able to block people the way you're able to block people on Facebook? What would life be like if you can block somebody for real, in real life, like you do on Facebook?
Lonely.
And then,
I said lonely.
Yeah.
Lonely.
Yo, you're good, because a part of the episode was like the guy trying to figure out how to unblock somebody after he blocked them.
I know it's gonna be lonely. I knew it.
Yep. Yeah, that was like the first season, but it gets really good.
Anything else you would like to add about the case?
No, I don't know. I feel, I'm just like, damn, Tasha. All day, I'm just like, damn, Tasha.
But
damn.
When you listen to the people, that are at the courthouse, they make it seem like Tasha K was represented by winos. I mean, like, drunks outside in front of the corner store. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, she should have better representation.
Well, she did. Like, the girl that she had, the older girl that everybody's mad at, they said she's a really good criminal attorney
but
in
she's
Atlanta.
Not.
That was another issue. She had lawyers who never tried a case like that. They're more geared towards trying criminal cases.
Yeah, they're not civil attorneys.
You cannot tell me a woman of Tasha K's caliber did not know that she was hiring a criminal attorney for a federal libel case.
But
that's not criminal. She never went to jail on it.
But didn't Tasha K say she felt the 9th grade 3 times?
Come on, man. Like, I don't even believe that. Who would actually say that? Who would admit that?
When you try to win a case, you tell all your secrets so people will have sympathy for you. But she needed to start crying and rolling on the floor. That's what she needed to do. Say, I don't understand. I just talk. That's it.
No. That was another issue, because that Byron guy, he did quite a bit of research on her attorneys, and it was said that this lady is pretty reputable out there,
but not in a civil case.
Right, but Tasha K knew that. Like, this is the thing. All of this stuff Tasha K knew. She's not the type of woman that's just going to let things slide through.
Well, that's what you think. So now you have to see that there's a difference between the persona that you see online and the persona you see in the courtroom. And that's what was shocking to me. The persona in the courtroom was weak, and we see strength on YouTube.
That wasn't, yeah. I don't know.
Because it's just like hiring a malpractice lawyer for a criminal case. That don't make no sense. And the only way that to make sense if nobody around you have sense when it comes to legal affairs.
What about her husband? He has sense.
Legal sense. I said legal sense.
Oh, legal sense.
Legal sense.
I didn't hear that.
So, why do you think a lot of people get locked up? Why do you think a lot of people, a lot of things happen to people because they don't have the right representation? For one thing, they can't afford it. Then the second time, when you can't afford it, you would think that they will have that, but they don't have that sense of, you have to do, just like she does research on, things that she talks about, but you have to do research on your attorneys. You have to do research. You have to know your own case. So I remember one time I had a lawyer. He was like, but you want to represent yourself? I was like, nah. I was just making sure you knew this. So I knew he was the right lawyer because I was on Google before Google was like as big as it is now, just searching all kinds of cases. reading all the court files, court cases of other cases, just reading. And so when I wanted to meet up with him, and then we had a conversation. He was like, well, so you want to dictate the trial? Because clearly you know everything. And I was like, and he was able to converse with me about them cases, about a whole bunch of things. So I was like, okay, that's the lawyer I want. And if he wasn't, I would have, not paid him. And then, I won my case, but I had to do the research. I had to take the time. But if I was Tasha K position, I would probably have one of the people that work for me tell me what are the best questions to ask an attorney that is defending me in a civil trial. You can Google it. You can go to Black Law. You can go to a lot of different things. And also you can go on these websites where you can ask different attorneys questions and they'll respond back to you. And then boom, you write that down, take it in your notes, and then bring it to your attorney and see if he knows this, or, and now if he gets upset and he gets mad and he's acting like, oh, I don't want to be bothered with you, or you doing too much, blase and the third, then that's not your attorney. He's really there for the money. And then attorney will be happy to know, okay, my client knows what to do and is aware.
I think too, the case really showed that she really might not be that smart. I can't really say in confidence that, I can't believe she didn't do this. She seemed like the type of woman that, because I only see what she shows on her channel for an hour or two.
I don't think I wouldn't say that she's not smart. What I would say is there's a lot of people that's smart. There's a lot of people that got sense and things of that nature. But when it comes down to the criminal justice system, when it comes down to the legal system, federal law, federal court, that's something that, if you're not versed in that, or if you don't have people around you that's versed in that, or you don't have the inkling to do all that, you know what I mean? You just, okay, I'm paying a lawyer. I'm giving him, if I'm giving you this much money, $100,000 and more, I expect you to know. And then I'm reading your thing. I'm reading what you're saying. So there's a lot of smart people, but there's a lot of people that are not smart when it comes to the legal aspect. And also there's people that are smart in the legal aspect, but are not smart in the medical aspect. So some people have a tendency to be really smart in one era, but they're not smart in every era. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she's smart, a million people, and she get up there and she entertain and get them stories and get this, that, boom, bada, bing. Like, she's smart, but there's certain areas that she lacks in, just like there's certain areas that I lack in. That's like certain areas you lack in. You know what I mean? But when money's on the line like this, baby, you're going to have to put on them britches and sit down and do some research.
I just, like I said, I just didn't see her going out like this, but I don't know her. And for me, the fact that she just was up there like, yeah, I lied. I knew stuff was false. I still went with it. That was really problematic for me. Because I personally heard her say that her stuff is, like I said, authentic, and she has, like, researchers and things like that. But she went up there and said, no, I lied. And that for me was just like, damn, Tosh.
But I don't know if she had to say that because of whatever she said in her deposition. So basically, I say this all the time about Portia Williams and Simon Guobadia. They need to write down everything in chronological order and remember it. And that's what a good attorney is going to coach you, because defense attorneys and criminal courts, they coach you. So you would think that since Olga is a criminal law, she would have been coaching the girl. Like, she might ask you this is how you respond to this. And there shouldn't have been anything that I would have been pleading the fifth. If the mafia can plead the fifth, baby, I'm pleading the fifth. Okay.
Right.
I don't know, but see, I'm saying that, but I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can plead the fifth in a federal court trial or a civil court trial, but I know in criminal court you can.
I have no idea. I've actually learned some terms and some things about court and federal level and this from watching this. So it's been a bit educational on my end too.
I think it has been for everybody. You know what I mean? Because everyone that is covering the story, most the people that you mentioned are basically, educating people at the same time too about how to get a lawyer. And if your lawyer show this and this and that, you need to run. But money was the issue. If you're paying these attorneys since 2018 or 2019, and now we're here in 2022, you know what I mean? It's really hard to change the game. And so this is why you have to have these conversations with your lawyer. This is why you have to do the research. And say if you feel uncomfortable, like, yo, I did all this. What should I say? How should I say this? This happened in that case. So you got to try to find previous cases so you can, talk to your attorney about that. Well, what does this mean for me? And if you're paying them cash, you're paying them money, then, they need to sit down and have that conversation with you. I know some of these attorneys be acting like they're too busy, like they don't have time to talk to you. Oh, you bothersome. Oh, you worried and saying, no, well, then you out of a job. Peace. There's too many attorneys out here, But I think that the problem is when we get around people that have this type of knowledge and education, we feel less than, and we feel insecure about who we are, especially if she failed the ninth grade 3 times, and then you got this lady Olga and the other attorney saying all this good stuff to her. Who's to say that she understood what they were saying? You know what I mean? Or she actually comprehends? Because if any event, they should have been like, yo, we don't got the experience. And they basically explained it to her. She has the street sense, but at the same time, some of us feel inferior when we go into these law offices or these lawyers' offices because we're dependent on them. But we're paying them, and we feel like, oh, we better not say nothing. They know everything. They're going to get mad. Nah, that's not the case. There's too many people that you can run to. So there could be a problem where she may have felt inferior with her attorneys and didn't want to take that step and didn't want to bother them. Not saying that, she doesn't have the personality that you think that she would feel inferior. But when you step outside of you in a whole different playing field, some people feel intimidated by their lawyers. This is why they don't call, or they're so nervous to call their lawyer or ask them questions or whatever. They don't want to be a bothersome to them, because they're put on this pedestal.
Yeah.
If I'm paying you, you're gonna be on my pedestal.
And I know she paid a grip for those lawyers. It's just sad. I thought about her kid. Like, isn't her kid like 16, 15? She has to be seeing these headlines.
Yeah. But hopefully she prepared, her child for this, and let them know that this is what's going to be happening. This is the realm. This is what I play in. This is what I do. Because there's a lot of celebrities that do have children where there's all types of stories that hit about them that is very disheartening and could be sad for the children, but the stories are still going to hit. You just got to prepare your loved ones for it. And most likely...
Yeah, I'm just saying, I hope that she did. I thought about her kid because I know her kid is not a baby. And teenagers they're on YouTube now. They're on social media.
So everybody is saying...
I've seen like a lot of, kind of mean things about her. I can only imagine if her kid is like reading that. So, but, I'm sure she probably did prep her family for all of this. It's been, 3 years in the making?
Yes. And a lot of people are saying, like, news is saying right here that, they could have been a false negative. I would have asked for another test. A lot of people saying the undetected situation with Cardi B's test is really bothering people. And a lot of people are feeling, like, okay. They think that their attorneys should have did something else. Oh, what happened? I lost the call by accident. I'm sorry. Let me see. I had another call and I tried to join the calls and it hung up. I'm sorry. But in any event, that someone said, oh, wow, that's not good. But, it comes with the territory. It comes with the territory, especially people know who you are. It comes with the territory. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my peoples, Peep Squad is in the building. Please tune in tomorrow for Love and Hip Hop family reunion. We got to get into it when it comes to these people and everything is going on. And a lot of you guys kept mentioning Bobby Lights. Bobby Lights is on the VH1 Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion edition. So let's tune in tomorrow. We'll be going live, and I will let you guys know the time on my YouTube channel. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. Much love to each and every one of y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay woke. Y'all stay prayed up, baby. It was a whole mess. I appreciate y'all. Please like the video. It was a whole mess, y'all. A whole mess. The mess ain't over yet. There's still one more day to go with this situation. So good night. Bye-bye.